Welcome to Durand On Demand. Today we're going to talk about conviction. You know, conviction is a second cousin to love. And why do I say that? Because love is the most powerful thing that you can actually have to fuel things. Now, of course, we've talked about decisions giving the actual birth to love itself and for you to be able to capitalize on it. But love itself is the ultimate power. Why? Because it's entirely self-giving. It does all sorts of things. When you have a love or a passion for a person, you will exhibit self-giving behaviors like no one's business. When you have a love or passion for your work, you're going to dive into your work in a very substantial way. When you love your country, you're going to do things for your country, for your children, all these different things. I don't think I need to explain to you the power of love. However, conviction is a second cousin to love. A lot of people don't realize this. But if you take the three components of conviction, you'll start to see it. First of all, there's an emotional component of conviction. And that is that you see something that you really believe in, you experience it, you hear it, whatever it might be, and you say, this is amazing. You have conviction, but it's an emotional response. Almost like the emotional side of love, where you just feel this thing. This is incredible, and you have this great intensity because of that. In conviction, you can just know it at the core, but there's no work in that. That sort of conviction is not a conviction that is a conviction of a great leader. That is a conviction of the everyday person, because it's reactionary and it's emotional. But see, one of the biggest differences between an amateur and a professional is that an amateur expects others to build their conviction for them. A professional knows it is their job to build conviction. That is why a coach who might not have a great team cannot walk into the locker room and say, you know what, you're not a very good team, we're not going to win. That coach must find reasons to create victory and to build those around them by looking at what resources are available. So the second part of conviction beyond the emotional side is the intellectual side of conviction. You need to go out and seek reasons why you're going to be best. If you sold BMWs, your favorite car must be a BMW. That should be your conviction. The fact of the matter is, though, if you stop working for BMW and now you work for Mercedes-Benz, guess what your favorite car had better be? A Mercedes-Benz. That's what we call an appropriate bias. It's not a bias that is intellectually dishonest, but whatever was your favorite thing about the BMW in the past now, you need to replace with what's your favorite about the Mercedes. So maybe it was the style of the BMW. That will probably always be there for you. You will always love that style, but now you're going to look at maybe the cubic square feet, or you're going to look at the power, the energy, whatever it might be, pricing, style in different regards, interior versus exterior. And you're going to find the things that you love about Mercedes-Benz, and you're going to highlight those so that you're building your own convictions and you're loyal to your post, you're loyal to your responsibility. And finally, you need to have the conviction aspect, or the third component of conviction, which is the presentational style of conviction. So you have the emotional side, you have the intellectual side, but you need to have the presentational side, which is to say that if somebody said to you, hey, did you like the movie? And your response was, it was good, it was fabulous, I thought that the actors were three-dimensional, da-da-da-da-da. That's not going to sell it like if somebody says, what's your favorite movie, or did you like the movie? And you go, oh, yeah, okay, that right there is a display of conviction that moves people. Now, when you do that, you really start to take your convictions and you start to impute them on others, and they walk around with the emotions, the intellectual understanding, and oftentimes the presentational style to convey the same convictions you have, and that's how leaders build great organizations. It's hard work, it's necessary, it's something you got to do. Make sure that you're doing the things that are necessary to build your convictions and to make your dreams come true.